Today, we're going to talk about Bosatsu. We're going to talk about Bodhisattva. Again, so confusing. We have a Kannon Bodhisattva. We have a Jizo Bosatsu, Miroku Bosatsu. What is Bosatsu? Please tell us.
Okay, well, I'm going to switch over to my screen, and hopefully you're seeing my screen now. And the Bodhisattva are the second highest class or category of deities. At the very top, up here, we have the Buddha, who we talked about in our last presentation. Bodhisattva are people who have practiced Buddhism and have attained the second highest level, but they delay their entry to Buddhahood to stay behind here on earth to help all living beings reach salvation. And in a sense, that, as we said, the word Buddha itself is a Sanskrit term that meant awakened, enlightened, liberated. The term Bodhisattva literally means, the term sattva means a being, as in a human being, and the Bodhi means enlightenment. So the term itself means someone who is destined to reach enlightenment. And we know the Bodhisattva will become Buddhist, but for a time, they stay here with us. Now, what's really interesting is that the Buddha, who we talked about in the last presentation, they have the lump of knowledge, the third eye, the elongated ears, the simple gowns, special hand gestures. The Bodhisattva are portrayed differently from the Buddha. And so this helps you to identify the statues as you go to temple to temple. The Bodhisattva, as we will show here, the Bodhisattva, here's the Bodhisattva, here's the Buddha class. Bump of knowledge, third eye, elongated ears, simple gowns. Now look at this Bodhisattva. Here, the Bodhisattva is, if we compare the Buddha to the Bodhisattva, they both have peaceful faces. They also both have elongated ears, but then everything changes. The Bodhisattva get princely clothes, they get crowns, they get necklaces, they get bracelets, they get jewelry, they get ornamentation. And so this is a very simple rule for identifying the category of the gods or goddesses that you're viewing, right?
I have a question here.
Yes. Yeah.
Why is Bodhisattva has a more ornaments? Is Bodhisattva more fashionable or something?
Now that's a good question. Essentially, the historical Buddha originally was a prince. He had a summer palace, a winter palace. I think he had 3 palaces, dry season palace. And he ultimately, as the story, the legend goes, as a prince living in wealth, one day he went out and he saw an old man. And the next day he went out and he saw a sick man. And the next day he went out and he saw a corpse, a dead body. And he said life is suffering. And from this grew his desire to understand the world. And so he left the palace. So before the historical Buddha became a Buddha, he was called a Bodhisattva. And that's why the princely gowns and the princely clothes. Because he came from the royal class, the nobility. That's at least one of the stories that I've heard for the ornaments and the decorations for the Bodhisattvas. Because we know these Bodhisattvas will surely become Buddhists. We know that the historical Buddha was once a man, a prince, who gave up his nobility, who gave up his royalty to search for truth. So that maybe is one answer. There might be others, I don't know.
Interesting.